Go ahead.
Rick, what did you see from Pascal that kind of helped him get going and helped you guys in turn get going as a team?
It was just activity. We played harder tonight, which was a must. They came out really hard too. That was evident. We moved the ball better and we got more rebounds. And I think, we out-rebounded them, and that's obviously a big key to the series.
You've been in several of them, but what's different about Game 7s, and how do you have to get your team ready for it differently than other games in a series?
Well, it's the ultimate game, and it's a great opportunity. Other than Pascal, I don't know if any of our guys have been in a Game 7. Maybe James Johnson has. This team's been through a lot of new experiences over the last 3.5 weeks, and this will be another new one. And so we'll do everything possible to get them ready. But it's, in Game 7s, it comes down to compete level and, how well you're tied together.
You obviously mentioned the rebounding differential. You guys, it was 47-35, 62-38 in the paint. I mean, did it seem like basically everything that you sort of didn't get in Game 5 and you kind of demanded afterwards is sort of what you got from these guys? You feel like they responded in every way that you were looking for?
Well, they're both aggression stats. And so, we needed to do better in the aggression department. Game 5 in New York was, Game 5 in Milwaukee was tough, but Game 5 in New York was, I would have to say, our lowest aggression game of the entire playoffs. And so, we didn't have a very fun film session yesterday watching it. But, you go through these ups and downs, and it's, young teams are going to grow. So we'll find out how much on Sunday.
You kind of touched on it before, but I mean, you guys got, you got Pascal kind of for games like this. Just how important was having a veteran presence like his when the game could be getting kind of frenetic, particularly in the first half?
Look, he's a tremendous player. We got him because we wanted to make the playoffs and be able to advance in the playoffs. But we're also building something that, we're trying to build something special here, and we think he's a special person along with being a special player. So, tonight in the second half, there were some possessions where, he's the only guy on our roster that can manufacture, a 16-foot shot over a 7-foot guy and make it. And he did it 3 or 4 times, in the third and fourth quarter. So, yeah. But listen, if in a series like this, you can't sit around patting yourself on the back. I mean, that's what gets your ass kicked the next game. So, we're going to keep our celebrations very short, if at all, after this game, and get ready for Sunday afternoon.
Coach, when your team had the lead cut to 5 early in the third quarter, you called a timeout after they went on that 8-0 run or whatever it was. And then you come out, you get a couple big shots. Tyrese hits a 3. What was the message that you were preaching to your team during that timeout to get things turned around?
Well, if you count the 3 at the very end of the half and then the technical thing, I mean, they scored. It was like an 8-0 run in about a minute and a half, So that's how quickly things can change in an NBA game. No matter where you are, whether you're home or whether you're on the road. So I didn't have to say much. The guys in the huddle came together and they said, we got to make a stand and we got to go on a run here. And I think we hit a couple threes and we got things back to where we needed to get them. So that was an important point of the game. Yes.
During that stretch, I think Aaron tips an offensive rebound, keeps it alive. Just what has his physicality on both sides of the floor meant to you guys in this series?
I mean, this series is all about physical. So, we'll take physical anything from anybody. So, that was a great play that he made. He had a couple, great loose ball plays, and those are the areas we very much fell short in Game 5, and we're going to have to do way better in Game 7.
Rick, how did you see Tyrese just manage the game tonight, and how much do you think he's yearned for these moments to just be in the playoffs, be in a Game 7, things like that?
Yeah, I believe that he understands, what a special privilege it is to play in the playoffs, to advance, to play in the semifinals, and be able to play in a Game 7 on Sunday. I think he has a sense of history. He's a guy that studies the game. And so his aggression, throughout the game was key, because even when he wasn't scoring, it was leading to other good things for us.
You obviously got going a little bit in the end, but you guys held Brunson to 2 of 13 shooting in the first half. What did you like about just the force that sort of everybody brought to that matchup? Obviously more than one guy, but what did you like about just how you guys defended him?
He ended up with 31 points, so I'm not going to celebrate, something that happened for, one half of a game. I mean, look, this guy is doing some historic stuff in the playoffs, and he went on a crazy run in the last 3 minutes. He was in there, hit 2 or 3 threes, and got fouled once or something. So there's no resting on him. There's no feeling good about anything with him. It's an endless task, when you face a player like him in a series like this. So we got to brace for Sunday. We know the kind of effort he's going to bring on Sunday. We know the kind of effort they're going to bring on Sunday. And we must be ready.
Pretty good night tonight. They made that trade earlier for you to have moments like this. So how did it feel to sort of make good on that and validate the trade?
No, it feels good. I mean, obviously being part of the team feels like a while now. But yeah, just happy to be here. The support from everyone. Obviously, after the game we had, just wanted to respond as a team, and I thought we did that well tonight. And I'm happy to be part of this team, and just want to keep going and hopefully we get a win on Sunday.
You were part of one of the craziest Game 7s ever. So what advice do you give to a group that maybe hasn't experienced that level of competitiveness and just that level of going at it?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's going to take everything. A lot of crazy stuff's going to happen. Just got to stay, within what we do. And as long as you come in to the game, with kind of pure energy and just playing as hard as you can, staying together, I think that's the most important. And again, we're going on the road, so there's going to be things that's going to happen that, for us might not, be things that we expect or whatever. And there's going to be crowds and, there's going to be a lot of things. We just got to manage it, stay together. I think that's the main thing that I'll be preaching to the guys. Just, bring your energy and bring everything you got. And whenever things are not going well, just stay together and continue to fight.
Pascal, they changed their starting 5, and that's given you different matchups these last 2 games. What has that kind of allowed you to do or do differently against them?
No, I just try to play my game. To be honest, I think the way we play is just, it doesn't really matter. I just got to continue to play my game, no matter what's happening on the other side, and that's what I try to do.
Multiple of them, and Ty said they're ugly, but what is so different about Game 7s compared to any other game you've played in before?
It's gritty, it's both teams are gonna play hard. It's gonna be hard. Some things, you might not make a shot, you do whatever. It's a lot of things that's gonna happen, and I think as long as you just kind of stay focused within the game plan and just play with energy, I think the hardest playing team usually win those games. So that should be our focus.
Pascal, earlier in the playoffs, your free throw shooting, it looks like you were struggling there. But lately, your free throw shooting has improved. There's shots going down at the line. What's changed? Has it been mechanics? Is it mentality? What's changed there for you?
Nothing. Nothing.
Pascal, you've talked about energy a lot throughout this. Someone who kind of embodies energy is TJ McConnell. He was big again tonight, even had the crowd chanting his name for a while. Can you kind of speak to TJ and what he's brought throughout this series for this team?
Yeah, TJ's a rock. He's a rock star, just his energy, the way he plays the game. Obviously, being here in Indy, the home crowd, love him and we love him. I just think that once he comes in with a pace and pressuring the other guards, and he just makes our team so much better. I think obviously we have Tyrese coming in with a pace, and once we get to the bench, he doesn't drop. So I think TJ is a big part of that because he's just bringing the pace, and that's something we want to do. So he's a huge part of that. And when he's rolling like that and playing fast, our team is so much better.